Welcome back. President Trump's State of the Union address last night brought some viral moments to your social media feed to discuss over the water cooler this morning, and watching them all, CBS News correspondent Shanelle Kaul. Shanelle, what's getting the win today, friend?
Okay, so we have checked everything out for you, Reed, and we've now rounded up the top 5 moments from last night. Number 1 may not surprise you. A lot of people will have seen this when they woke up and checked their social media feeds. It's the moment that President Trump asked lawmakers who were sitting in the House chamber last night for their stance on immigration. So we put out a question, and then they had to either sit or stand in response. Watch this.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
So essentially, Reed, what this turned into was this split screen moment, right? It was a stark visual representation of how lawmakers feel very divided about the issue of immigration and how to carry this out in our country today. You saw Republicans there standing up, applauding the president for almost 2 minutes, and Democrats stayed seated. Now, one of those Democrats who stayed seated was Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Not only did she stay seated, she also created another viral moment. The president, at the end of the applause, had been heard saying, "You should be ashamed of yourself for not standing up." And Representative Omar said, "You should be ashamed of yourself, President." And then this moment happened.
Criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens.
So what you see her mouthing there is, "You have killed Americans." Another thing, Reed, that you may have noticed in that piece of video was Democrats around Representative Omar were also seen wearing a pin, a button, and the words on that button read, "Stand with survivors, release the files." So there it is there. Many Democrats were seen wearing that button yesterday, and many of them pointing out that this, by the way, was the longest State of the Union speech in American history. Also, I'll note that there were survivors of Jeffrey Epstein who were there in the chamber last night watching this speech. The president, though, did not address Jeffrey Epstein or the Epstein files. Nancy Pelosi actually saying, Reed, on CNN, that she believes the fact that he didn't acknowledge this, that he didn't mention this in the speech, she interpreted that as a sore spot for him, a place of vulnerability for him politically. Now, from a small button to a big sign. Did you see this moment, Reed, where Representative Al Green from Texas, Democratic Congressman Al Green, was seen carrying this huge sign, and it reads, "Black people aren't apes." So you might remember this month, you saw the president put out this viral social media video that garnered a lot of controversy. It was depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. And so this was in response to that video. The outburst, though, I should note, did cost him his seat there for the night. He was escorted out and removed for the House chamber. Now, finally, a bit of levity to bring you from the State of the Union last night. We did see the U.S. men's hockey team that just won gold in the Olympics in Milan. They made an appearance. They were applauded by both sides, Democrats and Republicans. They were given a nearly 2-minute long bipartisan standing ovation for their incredible work there. So certainly they got their flowers. They were celebrated. But Reed, you may have seen there was also some controversy about this. Some people on the internet felt a bit salty because they also wanted to see the women's hockey team there. And many people are criticizing the president for not initially inviting them right after their win to come to the White House to also be celebrated. Now, they were ultimately given the invitation. They couldn't make it, though, Reed, because they were finishing off their season. Trump yesterday saying the women's team will be honored soon.
All right. We look forward to that. Shanelle Kaul, we know you'll have it when it happens. Thank you so much.